What's up, Lions? It's your boy Mason Jyree. If you're new to the Lions, then welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on. Listen, listen, listen. It's your boy Mason Jyree. Listen. Give me 1 second, because we're about to talk about some serious. Now, before we get started, I'd like to tell y'all that we are in the Ain't No Lover Boy FR era. So by era, come on now, I want y'all to use a little common sense. I don't know how long I'm going to be on the live, but I came in here to vibe with my people. What's up, Aiden? How you feeling? Aiden, I was just thinking about you. This felt like a live that you would join. Okay, so today I'm in a very much more serious mood. I came to talk about business today, not literal business, but business. So listen, so of course I got 2 songs out right now, 3 books, and all that good jazz, but that's not what I'm here to talk about right now, okay? What I'm here to talk about, besides bigger dropping, give me 1 second. Besides bigger dropping and bigger doing this big one, I want to talk to y'all about some important stuff, Lions. And this is just something that my life, what I'm going through, what I decide to speak on. So, something that I really realize is that in life, when you're somebody who really knows themselves, because see, me, I used to be saying everything, but really and truly what it is that I know myself. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I want and all that type of stuff. So when you're somebody who knows themselves, people naturally flock to you. People are going to naturally want to be around you. People are going to naturally want to see what you have going on. Okay. And another thing, when you're secure within yourself, people who aren't that secure are going to want to be around you because they want to try to, feel how you feel, even if they have to embody it, even if they have to be, play like they're somebody they're not. You know, and those people like that are very much crucial when it comes to success. Having people around you who are in such a awe with you because you remind them of who they could be is somewhat detrimental, because it's people who sit around, it's people who and they'll watch you, and they'll watch how you eat, they'll watch how you talk, they'll watch your mannerisms, they'll watch everything that you do, just because they like what you have and they want to be like you. They want to do it like you. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to be like you. The problem comes in when somebody is wanting to be like you, but you see they don't have an identity themselves. So my point that I'm making is that it's people that I used to deal with, it's people that I used to deal with that I don't deal with anymore. It's people that I used to deal with that I don't deal with anymore. And like, I stopped dealing with them because they did me wrong. But you want to know what's crazy? They didn't unsubscribe from my channel. They didn't because they wanted to see me. Some people just want to be monitoring spirits. And one thing I cannot stand is a person who just wants to be around me just to watch me. I do not like being around a person who doesn't have their own identity, because you can tell when you're around somebody. And I guess because I'm an influence, it hits even more home for me. Don't start talking like me, please. Be you, be original. Don't try to take my mannerisms because they're me. But when you're dealing and when you're around people who don't have an identity, they do stuff like that. You know how everybody want to be like, thank you, thank you. Leave that to the person who first started it. Or, like everybody wants to have this certain dialect or speak how they don't, you know what I'm saying? Or do, or just be who they're not. And that's something I realized, like the people that I was around, they wanted to just be around me to soak up my energy. I don't know if it was like you wanted to try to do it how, I don't know what it was. But that is like a big pet peeve of mine. Don't be sitting around me just wanting to watch me. It gives me sinister. I don't know why. It just gives me sinister vibes. Like, why are you sitting around wanting to watch? I mean, I can see why you want to watch me, but why? Like, why? If I take myself out of my ego, it all boils down to the fact that you don't feel like that person feels like they're not worthy enough. Because it's like, if you know I cut you off because you did me wrong, why are you still subscribed to my channel? Probably on this live right now. You know what I mean? So that is that, and that's not because the people who are subscribed to my channel, very much people across the globe that I know and stuff like that. But then we have people from where I'm from. And then we have people that have been in my personal life. I'm talking about people who have been in my personal life, who have been close up on me, who I've had, whether it's platonic or whatever type of relations you would like to call it. All right, moving forward. So we got that type of person. And the next type of person I'm about to talk about, this is nobody they might be subscribed to, and I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You have certain people, as long as you're quote unquote liking them, I'm not the type of person to fake the funk. If I don't like you, I'm not going to fake like and by like, I like everybody. I can be friends with anybody. By like you, I mean wanting to be with you. Some people, once you stop feeding them the illusion, hey, I want to be with you, or maybe you weren't feeding them the illusion. Maybe you were just being yourself. Everything starts to become transactional. And it makes that person look like, okay, you really didn't give a damn about me from the jump. You didn't care about Mason Jyree, somebody who is so real, somebody who is so raw, somebody who is so iconic and humble. You wanted to make it transactional with me. So, y'all remember earlier last live I said, you have some people who make it to the top from hard work, and you have some people who make it to the top from sucking the right dick. Because see, sometimes you can suck that dick, but you got to suck the right one to get you through the right door. Because I was not necessarily, I'm not gonna say not necessarily willing to do that, but because I just wasn't feeling the vibe, I'm a boss. I don't gotta, A person who thought they had pull over me started to just move funny. But when they realized, oh, Mason Jyree got the upper hand, I can't play with him, they started to become mean and like rude to me and like malice. Luckily, I'm my own boss, so the music was always in my hand. The producing was always in my hand. Nobody can never say they own anything of mine but me until I decide to hand over my stuff. So, you have two types of people: the people who just sit around and watch. Then you have the people who do shit for you because they want to be with you. But then when you don't want to be with them and they feel like because they got a little plaque, please, I'm a boss. I'll come back and buy the whole building that y'all sitting in. I'll come back and buy the platform. I don't care about that. You're not about to make me, make me feel uncomfortable. You're not about to push me into salaciousness. If I'm going to be salacious, it's going to be because that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So, that's just pretty much that. So, I just really wonder, to the people who are outside of the den and the people who, we don't talk anymore, what makes you want to still be a part of the den? What makes you still, you love me. That's what it is. You do. You do, because no matter a person that you're not fond of, a person that you don't want to talk like, a person that you don't want to be like, a person that you don't want to embody. And I'm talking about people who are in my personal life, not any of my lions who are just subscribed to me because you subscribe to me. I'm talking about people who are in my personal life. Okay? Because listen. The difference between me and some other influential people is that they're not going to keep it real with you. Nobody in my personal life is going to come into my life and shake it up. And because I know who I am, I'm a star, I'm a legend, and I nip it in the bud. So when 2028 comes and 2030, I ain't got to deal with BS. I cut people off right when they show me they need to be cut off. And some people, I just felt like they could not go to this next level with me. And it's no fluff. It's no BS. You have people who talk about, they're like, yeah, that person can go to the next level with me. No, I sincerely mean that, because I look at a person from their character flaws. Or could you cost me my reputation? Even though it's nothing to be costly about. Could you cost me my money? Could you cost me my rollout? What could you cost me? I just examine people, and I don't just look at their exterior. I look at the content of their heart, because your content is going to bleed into your actions. If your intentions aren't right, your actions won't be right. So with that being said, it's like I've cut these people off, but they still watch. What is it? What is it? Like, I don't, and I'm being sarcastic right now. What is it? What is it? I know what it is. I know what it is. And it's like, and as far as the person earlier, because I didn't want to be salacious with them, what I'm saying? Didn't have to be, because they wasn't doing nothing for me. Didn't have, that would have been dumb of me. That would have been dumb of me. Y'all, sometime listen, that we're going to leave that for another day. That would have been dumb of me. So yeah, let me drink some. My grandma, I went shopping with her the other day and she got some Pepsis. I love Pepsis. Let me get a little sip of this. I don't drink soda often, but tonight I need a little burp. What is it though? Like for real, what is it? Why do you sit around and still watch, And I hope they don't think that I'm a backtrack. Like, once you cross me for life. Once we got beef, once you have beef with me, you have beef forever. And not because I'm petty, but because you know what you did to me. And because you know why I feel the way I feel. And I'm just not going to easily let access come back into my life. And some people, they tell on themselves, like when they do little stuff behind the scenes, they'll leave your life. They'll leave because they already know what they did. They just don't want you to find out. And, I had somebody around me who was just doing stuff that I feel like in the next couple of years, I might have to wring your neck. I had somebody around me who I feel like in the next couple of years, there could be a liability, because I'm popping shit now, but we only getting bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like this person around me, like, no, they couldn't be. I can't be around people who you too clout hungry. You like, it's just too, yeah. I can't even get it out. Literally, it's like that. You know how like your throat is dry and you got that little nug in the bottom of your throat. You're trying to like itch it up. That's how those people feel to me. So that's really that. Um, I don't play. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know how you got some people they say they don't play and they're so fucking mean. I don't play and I'm actually nice. Like just don't play with me, you know? And it's because I have a lot to lose. I have a lot at stake. And most importantly, I know who I am and I know how you're going to treat me. And that is accordingly. You're gonna treat me accordingly because that's how I treat people. How I am now, how I'm talking now, this is how I am in everyday life. You're not gonna meet me one day and I'm different. I'm this is me. This is me. You know, the flavor, we can spice it up sometime or we can make it a little dull, but this is me, you know? And I feel like I was around people who they didn't have a sense of identity. And because I'm so sure of myself, they wanted to copy that, like down to my words, down to the shit I said, down to just my expressions. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to be around other people who I feel like are creative and they're so authentic. Like I like people who are different. You know, I like people who are like weird, a little quirky, you know, but they're like they just it's something so beautiful about them because they're so different. You know, not only are they exteriorly beautiful, but their personality is just so wonderful. I like people like that. I like people who when they come to this, they come to me, they already know who they are. I don't have time for you to try to figure out who you are with me because then nobody was around me when I had to figure myself out. I just figured myself out. You know, a lot of people they feel like they're confident until they meet me and I show them what real deal confidence is. And let me tell you something. Confidence is not something that you depict on the outside. Confidence comes internally. And when you're internally confident, that what you exude on the outside, people who fake confidence, they like, whoa, oh wow, he the real deal. And the real deal, you ain't gotta have money. You ain't gotta have the nice and the best clothes. It's about character, how you step in. The clothes and the money just add on top of that. They just add on top of that. So you know that's very much that. You know, it's been a lot of different things you know that are taking place behind the scenes, and it's a lot of stuff that you know. If I didn't have this outlet, because you know I could still be making music, but if I didn't have this outlet to come on here and speak, it's a lot of stuff that would just eat at my brain and eat at me and eat at me. But no, I got the platform and I got the people and I'm about to speak. So that's really what it is, you know. And it's been a lot of times when people have told me, you know, the stuff that I talk about, they actually are going through, but it's like small stuff, you know, because people tend to forget the small things in life add to the big things. So once you address the small things, the bigger picture kind of like, you know, becomes more well-rounded, I should say. So that is that, you know. I just want real, genuine people around me. The process of, you know, I guess I don't want to say the process, but you know, I'm real. I'm one of those people when you first meet me, it's like I want to make you comfortable off rip. Like fuck all the small talk, fuck all that trying to get to know somebody. Just like you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not because I'm trying to rush it, it's just because like I'm just too real for all this. I hate superficial shit. Like I hate it. Like I hate it. I want you to come around me. I want you to feel comfortable. When I come around you, I want to feel comfortable. I want, you know, and that's whoever you are, relationship, friend, whoever you are, a business partner, a supporter I meet, I want you to feel comfortable in my presence. I want you to feel comfortable around me. I want you to feel like you can tell me anything in the world. So that is really that. And if I'm being real, I just feel like the people I had around me, I couldn't tell them nothing. Like, and I don't want to be around people who I feel like I can't talk to you. I don't want to be around people who I feel like I can't, you know, talk about my future. You know what I'm saying? Because like growing up, like literally, people would always shit on me. Like they'd be like, "You're not gonna be nothing. You're not gonna be shit. You're not gonna be shit." So like, part of me, you know, I like to have a person around me who's that's pretty good, even though I know it's good. I know it's good, but you know, what's up, Emmett? I like to have a person around me who I just like to have a person around me who can pour back into me and you know just give me a little reassurance. Black men, we need reassurance too. I'm just gonna keep it real. I like a little reassurance, and sometimes I like being soft for the right person. If you know, I'm just keeping it real. So and that goes for friend, family, like you know, whoever you are. It's just a certain level of like I can't even describe it, but it's like you know, I'm a type of friend that you know a person that I'm dating would think that I'm like dating my friend, but it's just like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Um, and with that being said, I just have a very much like a homey energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just very homey. I like to feel very much. Oh my God, Aiden, I love you too. I'm about to screenshot it. Oh, he said I love you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Aiden. I really love you too. I love all my lines. I love all y'all in the den. Okay, so back to what I was saying as far as you know, I just feel like the me, friends, whoever you are, when you get to know me, I just have a very much a homey energy. Very and by homey, I don't mean like homey. I don't mean like your partner. I mean like at home, comfortable, like you know, familiar type of ordeal. So with that being said, give me 1 second, line. With that being said, 2026 it's about finishing some ish up. I've been doing a lot of things, over the past 9 years, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, the past 6 years, making music, but I've been doing a lot of things, and I'm just wrapping up things. I'm just wrapping up a lot of things so that this next era of my life I step into, I'm going bigger. I'm going bigger. I'm going harder, and I'm bringing in more people. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I need to do. So, Lions, y'all got to make sure that y'all are supporting me. One thing I want to say is that when I say the word Lions, I don't like saying the word y'all. Lions are my supporters. Lions are my people inside the den. If you are not inside the den, you need to join the den so that because listen, everything over here is real. Everything over here is organic. Everything that you see over here is the real deal. Okay, especially the words that are coming out of my mouth. Especially the words that are coming out of my mouth, they're real deal. And I really thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all for all the love, for all the support. I want to give a major shout out to Aiden, a major shout out to Natasha, a major shout out to Emmett, a major shout out to Natalie, a major shout out to Justin, a major shout out to Destiny, a major shout out to Jacoby, a major shout out to Blakis, a major shout out to Samuel. I want to give a major shout out to all these real ass people, to all these real ass people. I mean, real people in real life. I have real people in real life who support me. I give a major shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. It's your boy Mason Jyree. Once again, if you're new to the Lions Den, come back and check me out when you have more time. Keep it hot, keep it spicy, because guess what? That's what I'm doing. A bon toi.